to fight the power like BITCHUTE.
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
There's a devil and an angel in my head.
The school system costs children, kids as baby sheep. You better wake the fuck up or forever sleep. You don't need bars to be
There's a devil and an angel in my head.
The school system costs children, kids as baby sheep. You better wake the fuck up or forever sleep. You don't need bars to be in prison, just think. They take cash out of your hands for a digital chip. So if you don't do as you're told, your money will go poof, like it didn't exist. We are almost the walking dead without the body bag zipped. This is community revolution in progress, but I'm no crip. As much energy is used to tear down and divide, you can use that energy to uplift and show there's no limit when you reach for the sky. Spells, spells, spells that I am casting. Words I speak are a gift of wisdom unwrapping. A work of art, I am a master craftsman. Painting pictures with the stroke of a pen. Spilling ink on paper.
There's a devil and an angel in my head. When I was fighting the war, the devil was huge and the angel was tiny. When I started to repent, the angel grew and the devil became very small. Small, but he's a stubborn bastard.
With thoughts from within, some say it's the end, something new will begin. Look into the gates of the soul. I am him, I am God. Decisions, decisions, I create and destroy. Broke out this mental prison. Solve a problem and have 10 more like farmers' prescriptions. Life is too short, there's a headstone with your name inscripted. I turn my back to religion, took a seat on a throne. I am the light that torch enemies to skull and bones. I communicate with the other side, open portals, no cell phones. You are the power, why second guess, never think twice. I went from was to was, now I'm Charles Wise. So high, high as a Zeppelin, dazed and confused. I'm God incarnated, no El Hakim or Druze.
There's a devil and an angel in my head. When I was fighting the war, the devil was huge and the angel was tiny. When I started to repent, the angel grew and the devil became very small. Small, but he's a stubborn bastard. He gives me bad advice, but my little angel says to me, no, don't listen to that bastard. Anything can happen, like someone upsetting me, for example, and I think about crushing this son of a bitch. The devil says to me, do it. But my little angel says, remember, you're out on bail, and there are cameras. Freedom is wonderful, so be careful. I struggle because there's good and evil in everyone. God gave us free will to choose good or evil.
What is good in the hood? Alright, we're gonna set it off like this. Boop! That's definitely a Masonic grip. Up, another grip. Up, another grip. Few grips here, a little grip there, here a grip, there a grip. Ah, come on, hold on. That dude made that up. I wish I could pause it. Then Marcel sent me this video. Thanks, Marcel. This video I'm about to play. Peace, Matthew. Alright. I'm gonna check it out. I think I subbed to your channel. Let me make sure. So it'll be 5 o'clock time Eastern. What the heck? Alright. This thing's a joke. Yeah, I'm subbed to your channel, Matthew. Got all perfect. Yeah, I'll be looking out for that. This is a video that Marcel sent me. We're gonna check it out real quick. They say Tartaria, but ignore that. Well, actually, this might be Tartaria. Let me rephrase that, because this is Asia or India.
Perfect.
Look at this free energy to kill a fucking corrupt politician tempts me. Huh. That beat's tough. Nothing like that free energy. I never seen that video. There's another one, believe it or not. I think I've seen it in Russia. I've also seen these metal relays I cannot find that fucking picture. They were taking up this road in Russia, and there was these metal relays, all these metal pieces connected, like it would relay free energy through them. I've seen. I'm gonna see if I can find that other temple video. But this is the video I was talking about yesterday with the laser and the moon.
Okay, so some people are talking about this video. This guy pointed a green laser at the moon. And what's interesting is it appears like it actually made it to the moon. So some people are asking, how is this possible? After all, the moon is apparently over 238,000 miles away from the Earth. What do you think's going on here?
No, it's not. Stop it. Stop lying.
Okay, so some people are talking about this video. This guy pointed a green laser at the moon. And what's interesting is it appears like it actually made it to the moon. So some people are asking, how is this possible? After all, the moon is apparently over 238,000 miles away from the Earth. What do you think's going on here?
What I think's going on? A, it's not 200 and something thousand miles. And B, it did make it to the moon because the moon's way closer than we're led to believe. I think the laser did go to the moon. And I also think the moon isn't solid. Now I don't think, yeah, I know. No, I don't know for sure, but I definitely see through the moon. And I know many other people have seen the blue sky through the moon. Huh. This cat hit the moon with a laser. I have to get one now for sure. I see videos where people shoot them lasers at stars and then the star lights up. I mean, I know that's fiction, but it would be cool. I got to get a laser and then I'm going to build my own solar death ray with my old projector TV screen. That guy in Arizona, or I think he's in Arizona or New Mexico, but either way, or maybe, what's the other state? Arizona? Yeah, Arizona or New Mexico. When I seen him build that solar death ray, I said, man, I was so happy that I saved the screen. I don't even know why I saved the screen, believe it or not. Son told me to save it, and look, a year and a half later, it's gonna get put to use. I gotta hire some child to stand there and hold it. I'm hired 2 children that live in the building. I'll give them $5 each to hold the fucking death ray for me because I don't have an old chalkboard on wheels.
You're stuck within the cage, the rib cage. You're in a prison cell because you're made out of cells. You are hexed in physical matter. This is the X, the hex. The hexagram's a cube unfolded is the cross. You need to escape the physical world, the 3-dimensional matrix, which is the world of Satan. Because Satan gives you the mark of the beast, the physical body, the 666 carbon suit, and then blinds your mind. Your mind is completely separate from the physical world. Through physical pleasures and lack of understanding of yourself, you think your mind is part of your physical body, when in reality they are 2 separate things. Your mind is completely separate from your physical body. The physical world is a dimension within your mind. Men means mind, mental. Mind in Latin means mens. In order to escape the 3-dimensional physical world, you have to fully detach your mind from your body. Meditation is key in transcending the 3D world and traveling the depths of your mind. Mind and matter is one. They are different dimensions within your mind. When you dream, your mind creates matter. This is why mind and matter are one. The cube is the shape that gives rise to physical matter. The link is in my bio for the Book of Wisdom, paperback and PDF.
It's like the word King Solomon. I look at the word King Solomon, it's the soul of man is king. No disrespect to nobody, but When I think about religion and how it's got everyone fooled, it's sad. They got everyone psychotic. They put you in hospitals for talking to invisible people. But it's okay if you're doing it religiously. Anyway. Crikey, mate. Fucking A, mate. Hey. So let's read. It says, I knew it was out there. Surgeons reported in 1889 that console parasites. The medicine I was taught was one big lie. So let's look into this real quickity, quick. I could read it because I can't see here. I got this from Marcel. Sent me some stuff. So I downloaded it. And whalam. Sam, here it is. Oops. There we go. Alright. So it states. It says. Alright. At the sitting of the Academy of Science in Paris, M.M. Oh man, that name's tough to pronounce. His name's Beaufetai, I don't know, and Adele Roosevelt, surgeons of great distinction, addressed to the Academy of Medicine a detailed note on the animalculae, or small animals resembling lice, which are found in all the cancers that they have examined. Huh. These gentlemen have sought the means which are best fitted to destroy these animalculae, and their experiments have led them to recommend the following different articles as washes by which these small animals may be destroyed. Brandy, or the tincture of iodine, or concentrated solutions of the double chloride of mercury, or the chloride of gold, or the arsenic, or of the salt of copper, or of the nitrate of silver. Each or any one of these articles will kill these small animals, medically called animalculae, in the short time of 20 minutes or half an hour at most. And unless they are destroyed by such agents, it will be impossible to cure the disease. And to a want of knowledge of the proper remedies may be attributed the failure of curing this fatal and tormenting affliction. This, unfortunately, is only a theory, and in practice is unsuccessful. The cause of cancer is unknown. New York State has established a laboratory for the purpose of studying the disease, and there are many individuals working to determine the cause. But up to the present, none has been successful. Hold on. My bad. What does this say? It says many lumps occur in the breasts of women and in the usual seats for cancer, which are not really cancer at all. These are the kind of patients, quacks, and like colts are pleased to get a hold of, for they tell these people that they have cancer and the little lump goes away by itself. The quack claims the credit for the cure. I gotta find the rest of this book. Where the hell? This from 1889? It's very interesting. Very interesting. So this says the sun upgrades your DNA. The moon strengthens your psychic abilities. Trees absorb negative energies. The ocean has the ability to cleanse your aura and trigger a psychological state of calm and contentment. Sadly to say, this is the rest of the people right here. Let's see. This says, here to the Rothschilds family, Nathaniel Rothschild today wrote to members of the British government giving his view that Vladimir Putin is the most dangerous man since the defeat of Hitler, which Xi Jinping a close second, and explained that Ukraine is an essential piece that we cannot afford to lose in the geopolitical chessboard. The heir to the Rothschild fortune argued that Russia must be excised from the international banking and economic system. We must bring Russia to its knees through any means possible to set a strong signal to the Chinese and protect our global system of norms and liberal values. Boo! We must be under no illusions. If we allow Vladimir Putin to seize, it will send a signal to our enemies, especially. See, those are their enemies. They're not my enemies. China, Iran, North Korea, those aren't my enemies. You know, I have no problems with none of those people. Those are your enemies, buddy, not mine. So, you know, when we stop having suckers fight their wars, right, for their political or self-gain, we might get somewhere. Because I got respect for the Marines and the soldiers who truly want to protect the country, but they got to admit, they weren't fighting for our freedom, number one. And two, they're not fighting for any of the people. They're fighting for politicians. It's crazy. I would love to interview some soldiers just to get their insight. I want to hear what they have to say. Oh. In the groove. What's up, In the Groove?
Chilling, bro.
There we go. Look at my footage of the Earth. I sent up a balloon, and I found the curvature. No need to worry. There it is. Damn, I didn't know God put a toothpick in his meatball.
Looks like Windows 95 screensaver.
Yeah. What does this look like? I like that. I'm gonna see if I can do this. And then
No, you was talking about enemies a second ago.
oh yeah.
The ironic part is, the enemy of everyone else is now our enemy because they made us.
Yeah.
You know,
We're reaping what they sow, man, and I'm tired of it.
insurgents at this point. You know what I mean? Like me and you types were insurgents at a certain point.
Guerrilla war.
Gorillas in the mist.
Yeah, they call us terrorists, right? Like I said, as soon as Tom Brady left the Patriots, because all the time that the time our soldiers were over in the Middle East, Tom Brady's Patriots was winning Super Bowls, so the Patriots were celebrating. Then when he went to the fucking Bucks and became a pirate, I said, "Oh, there we go. That's the symbol for the Patriots are extinct and the pirates are taking over." Even though they've always been in power, I'm just saying that.
Hey, and then
they
what
ain't gonna
happened?
hide it no more.
What happened after his right as his football career ended was the Sam Bankman-Fried SBF crypto crash out thing. He was a part of that, real heavy.
Oh yeah, didn't you get in trouble for that? There's a few people that got arrested for that shit, man.
Well,
That
I don't know.
scam.
I don't know what has come out of any of it. But yeah,
It was a scam or something. They got, they were fucking people over.
they took the money and ran.
Look at this shit, man. This is how many churches are everywhere. Now, there's this street that I go down a lot. And I noticed you got this church. And then you got this church. Well, what's the difference? It's a little different, but for the most part, they're right down the street from each other. Not even a mile. It's crazy. The same side, too.
Who or what is the company that constructs all these church buildings? It's got to be a common builder. This ain't no regular home builder building this shit. You know what I mean? You find out who constructed, what company constructed these buildings. They probably construct a lot of them all over the place.
You can tell the tower, like, you can't see in this picture, but for sure, I think it still generates its own power, these things, somehow. Anyway, I couldn't help but to take pictures of them because I was like, man, they're so similar, so close to each other, not even a mile away. What the hell? I want to know why they showed this picture. Like, I was trying to figure out, are they trying to, like, because, everything you eat looks like every fruit looks like something. So It kind of looks like your brain, like our brain. Ugh, what the fuck are oysters good for in the body? That's what I want to know.
Oysters?
Yeah, it's
Is that what you
protein, I
said?
guess. Yeah.
I think they have, I could be wrong, but I think they have a high amount of zinc, maybe, which is very important. Mineral. Um, they have something that's, you know, like pretty important. Kind of like shrimp is iodine, and
Oysters, that's what they are. Thank you, Flat Earth Nation.
oysters, yeah.
Mind's Eye, Smoking G Sharp, peace, man. It's good to see you guys here. Oyster?
And they make a pearl, bro. What's up with that?
Yeah, you ever see them videos, man, on YouTube where these Asian people are pulling like 6 oysters out of there? I'm like, come on. They're either putting them in there or they're manufacturing it that way. I
Well,
think
they do
there's a
have
way.
oyster farms where they make banks and they lay
Yeah,
them all out, and yeah.
yeah. But I think they do produce more than one pearl, but they're creating them. You know, like a fake diamond. They're not even fake diamonds because they're made up of the same compounds, but they're man-made diamonds, like man-made pearls.
Just nature made, yeah. But they're more real than diamonds, I would say, in a certain. I mean, maybe not
You,
more real, but I guess if you make a diamond,
you
fake
know,
diamonds or whatever.
think about this. All right, I was thinking about this one day because I was watching a video on oysters and stuff, and they were explaining how the oyster filters the water or the bottom because it lives at the bottom, and it's filtering. I think it's the water or the sand or whatever it's eating. It filters the metals out, and that's what you got left behind is an oyster. So if you eat an oyster, right? I wonder if there's like other benefits of it. Obviously, it ain't gonna clean your body out, but the oysters,
It's generally seafood in general is shown to be good for you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But we eat a lot of bottom feeders like shrimp,
well, yeah.
oysters,
But in a perfect world,
crab. What else? Crab. Some people eat eels. Like, let me not knock eels, cause I knocked deer
well,
meat, and one day I took a bite, and I was like,
would you, would you eat alligator?
I would try a piece.
It's fucking great, bro. It's good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I ain't never ate no turtle soup or nothing. I don't know anything about that.
What about
But
frog legs?
I ain't never fucking no frogs either.
I would hope not.
Uh-uh.
You
But
just said I
alligator?
ain't never
Fuck yeah,
fucked no
dude.
frogs.
Gator meat is gator meat is good.
Shit, if you're fucking frogs. Yeah. That's what you said. I ain't fucking no frogs. I was like, I hope not.
Fuck
Because
no.
I was thinking about the Asian people, right? And how they eat certain things out of the ocean. And it made me just think, like, because the Asian people are very keen on the body. You know, they know, like, the bottom of your, like, if you look, the best place to find stuff like anatomy or whatever it's called for the body. I got a drawing from this Chinese thing, and it shows the bottom of the foot, the sole of your foot, and it shows like the lungs, this and that, and how the whole body's mapped out from your feet. And that's why they do acupuncture, because believe it or not, your body can be shut down, and all they got to do is put an acupuncture in a certain area, and it'll like fix the problem. It's crazy, huh? And then they use those tuning forks too. Wow, you're getting the acupuncture.
Hmm. Tune in Tokyo, bro.
shit. That makes me think though, like the tuning fork, the acupuncture, because I did a video on this stuff. The tuning fork, it's sending that vibration down the needle, because the needles are metal. That's another reason why they use that during acupuncture. The frequency picking up. It's interesting stuff. I gotta dig that video up. It's somewhere in my videos. Or live stream. Actually, it's a live stream. It didn't get erased. Come on, pictures. You're gonna take a year. This is, I think, Eve. With the serpent.
Nice. I'd hit it.
Ooh. Eve was HOE. Or no, that was the other girl that came first.
Lilith.
Yeah. She was a hoe.
That's an owl
She
on the
used,
bottom. Bottom right.
yeah.
That's a,
Yeah. She used Adam for his sperm just to make babies. She made a whole army of babies.
Hey, bro, it's the way of the world, right?
Yeah. But in the story, it says Lilith was having like 30 babies at a clip. She was giving it up. Puppies were coming out. She was having litters of people. What if you were like birthed from a Titan and you walked out of the Chochito? Like a little person walked out of there. Like, where do these Titans take a shit? Like, I think about that. Like, where do they have
Anywhere
a
they
giant
want, right?
toilet? Yeah, but wouldn't the little people have to watch out below? Like, if it dropped a deuce, wouldn't a fart cause a fucking disaster? Like, I think about things like that. We could be walking around on a big Titan turd.
Well, we are kind of walking around on turds. The soil, you know what I mean? I mean, if you really want to get micro and macro about everything, fucking pick up a spoonful of soil and put it under a microscope and check it out, you know what I mean?
I want to.
All kind of shit. You ever I'll tell you what pictures I used to like to look up was you ever looked into diatoms? DIATOMS. They have freshwater and saltwater diatoms, and they're both different, but check that shit out. Pull that up and look at it.
Shit. Look at the dome. Diatoms, I'll look it up in a minute. I gotta go to my this is from Mortal Kombat, man. And it was talking about opening portals. Nice, I got it. It looks like a toilet. Get over here. You're just talking about like opening portals like this. There's that red and blue divide. Again, the duality. Interstellar. I forgot what that movie was about. I watched this movie last night called Bosco. It just came out this year. The movie called Bosco, and that was an interesting movie about a guy in prison. He escaped twice, and blah blah blah. He ended up serving 16 years, but it's a good movie, and how he escaped the third time, which changed his whole outlook, and how he got this fat white chick to send the money and shit. It's a good story. And then I watched this other movie called Lights Out, which came out this year. It's good too. Now look at these people are saying that that boat symbolizes this. Where do these people get this shit from? It says that's a stellar ship from the tomb of Ramsey. And then they all of a sudden they got an Egyptian ship of the gods, a primordial design for and then this
bunch of academics looking for fucking tenure, bro.
Yeah, for a wormhole. Like, who thought of this? It looks like a Mario Brothers video game where you jump into the hole and it goes choo choo, and then you come out the other end. You know, the pipes.
Boom.
Oh man, I want to get that sound that it makes when he jumps into a tube in Mario Brothers. Yeah, it goes choo 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 or whatever. I've never seen a sundial. I would love to use this sundial. Obviously, it's somewhere on the island, but interesting. Oh. I'm confused with this fucking clock. Couldn't tell time with this fucking thing.
Time is now, bro.
Huh? The time is now?
Yep.
Yeah, this is a weird clock. I didn't even know that thing turned. See the chat real quick. Kimba, Dominic, Mason Melt, Mark Basket, Jen. What is gravy in the Navy? I'll just be rhyming any word.
Diatoms.
Oh no.
What's up, man?
Where's the grave, man? How many did you bury in that fucking grave you dug?
Yeah, it's fucking nightmare, dude.
This dude was digging. Like, how much more you got? How much more you got done? He's in the hole now. Oh shit! Let's see this thing. Holy shit, dude! You covered it. It's raining. And he built a little fort. He's like,
I had to
I
shore
want
up.
to. So you're running
Shore
a
up the
pipe.
dirt, don't pay down.
How'd you know to dig right there and get under the foundation? That's crazy. I never seen nothing like it.
Because I dug down in the crawl space first into the house, where the main goes in the house. Oh,
Well, you
it.
could dig under any foundation.
Yeah.
You're gonna run a pipe, right? That's what you were saying.
I don't even like touching
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, a new clean out and a new boot. And I think it's got the wrong size sewage lines on it. It'll be a 3 or 4 inch.
You could have rented a fucking backhoe, but it's probably expensive.
I don't want to talk about it.
You gotta rent it and then pay for it to get delivered. Cause I had a boss that rented one. We had to dig up. We were working
You're looking
at
at
this
the white
house.
Mexican, man. I'm Lonnie, the white Mexican.
But check this out. Fucking this guy did this Asian lady's roof. I'll never forget this woman. It was near Danbury, Connecticut. We had to drive like an hour and a half to get to this job. And I had to dig up in the ground a whole roof of tiles. The fucking idiots buried the shingles in their backyard.
Wow.
So the people came to inspect because they were doing a bunch of work. And that was the first time also I had to dig a ditch by hand. So I know how you feel digging that. It gives me flashbacks.
Well,
My hands were blistered.
It's
terrible
worse than that,
experience.
dude. Because why I'm doing it, I'm being fucking targeted at an extreme fucking level.
Oh, you need to just start shooting these people.
I think my boss, man, is the handler, and I think he's the root.
Imagine that, yo. That would be crazy.
Yeah, him and his partner, his business partner. Yeah, I think so. Hear this? Listen.
No. I doubt it.
I mean, it's all
but
that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is, dude. Because I was running from these motherfuckers that had guns and they were chasing me, right? And I seen his partner, and I said, "Hey, call the cops." He never called the cops, and he never told my brother about this incident. My brother's one of their main guys. But I'm going to change the conversation now. Yeah, he'll be
Dude,
here.
that's the same place.
Yeah.
That bell right there is the same bell that I just showed in the video that was lighting up with electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so these, what are they called? These obulus? They're like the war memorials that go straight up in the air.
Yeah, the penises. The obelisk.
We have one. We have a big one here downtown Indianapolis. Plus,
Yeah.
there's another one. They light a lot of them all up like Christmas trees, dude.
Huh. Yeah, we got one too in the city.
Yeah, and I bet they light it up like a Christmas tree, don't they? Yep. Bet they do. Yeah, there's some sick. Hey, boy, Diddy's getting reckless, ain't he? You see that? Baby. all mud now, Charles. You hear me? All right. Here we go. Okay. Oh. There it again. There it is again. Can you hear that? Come on, man. Dude, it's just so muddy. We can't.
Well, I didn't realize what's his name jumped off in the groovy. Trying to find this picture. I found it.
Yeah. Can you hear that? Did aircraft go over top of me?
Mm-mm.
You can't hear that?
No.
Dude, it's repeatedly. It's everywhere I go, Charles. All day long. All night long. And nobody seems out of the ordinary that everywhere I go, we go over to one property, they're about 100 feet over top of the buildings in the inner city.
This is my the obelisk.
I didn't tell you about getting. Hey, I didn't tell you about getting a flyover by 2 F-35 fighter jets, right?
No.
Yeah, below the flight deck. And the day before that, I got buzzed by two, and these are at treetop height. Okay, I got buzzed by two Black Hawk helicopters. I got them both on video. There it is. Another one. These are some sick fucking people. Sick fucking people.
My bad.
You're good.
That's the obelisk at the top of the hill. And it
Yeah, that's what we got.
And it reminds me
Yeah,
of
we got one
ISIS.
identical to it, dude.
When
Identical.
Isis turned into a bird when she was hovering over Osiris' penis. That's what that reminds me of.
Really?
The Egyptian obelisk is Osiris's penis. And there's a picture of Isis turned into a bird, sort of like Mary. I think Mother Mary turned into a dove or some shit. But yeah, all these stories are weird, man. All this religion garbage. People turning into roaches and birds and.
See, you see Mother Teresa? Yeah. That's
a
interesting.
dude.
Oh, yeah. With little children.
It's probably a chomo dude who got caught, and then he started to dress like a woman.
Yep.
Just like the queen, the drag queen, fucking Queen Elizabeth, the drag queen. Her real name was Eric.
Really? Ugh. Yeah, they put all these in the plate, man. It's slow going, dude. Really? Slow going. Now it's 3 times as hard.
Oh. Photo forensics. Yeah, I know. Christos, Canadummy, Maggot, Peeners. Yeah, I do my morning walk. I be up at 4 a.m. They say the early bird gets the worm. But I haven't seen a worm in like 16 years. No, I'm joking. Whoever made that saying up I think a lot of these temples are near the equator for a reason. Why? I don't know, but they all are near the equator. And I think some of these pyramids are a distraction to the big pyramids. Like, was it Kazakhstan? I think Russia. There's the one in China, Antarctica, that make these look like fucking a walk in the park. So why? Is it a distraction to keep people from talking about the big pyramids and maybe people wanting to dig this stuff up to see what's going on, or what? My bad. I had to re-up on that coffee though. I need some coffee. Now, this Trinity, man. Are these the three Masonic pillars or the three portals to the Trinity? They say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, but I don't agree with that. Man, woman, and child. But what's up with this Trinity? Is it the cathode, the anode, and the ground? Or what's up, man? That's what I want to know. Perspective. The devil and demons are called in plural. I can't read that. The world rulers of this darkness. The word occurs in Satan and Rabin. Human rulers and the angel of death. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say. The circle of palaces. These were imagined to be the lodging places of the sun during the 12 months, and they rendered to them a superstitious worship. Signs in the circle of them. Yeah, maybe that's the real ark, right? The firmament is the arch, the ark. That's where the animals are. The zodiacs, the zoo. The House of Animals. Trying to let you up, Lonnie, but your thing isn't working. It's no service. Fee, fi, fo, fum. A beat on your fucking head like a drum. Let's see what I can do to entertain people. Entertaining people kind of sucks. Would you like me to dance for you? Or what?
That's a joke.
They want me to dance.
I can't dance.
Me neither. White people can't dance, period. That's facts. When white people dance, they look stiff and off beat and just. Hey, I've watched so-called black people dance and so-called white people dance in Spanish. Spanish people got the rhythm like white people. I'm not saying all white people, but you know, it used to be funny to me because growing up, I got to see hip hop like start to explode, and when they would play it at certain dances, that shit, old people weren't playing. They didn't want to hear it, but people would try to move to it. It's hilarious to me. It's definitely a sight that'll get you laughing. I can't dance, that's for sure. I'll do the two-step, step my way right to the door to get the fuck out of the club. I never liked clubs anyway. That shit's for the birds. Clubs. Go waste your money. You spend $6 on a drink. I used to be like, damn, I could go to a package store. Spend what I would spend on 2 drinks, I could get fucking 12. Never made sense to me. And then when you buy drinks at the bars, it's watered down. They're cutting it so they could. It's like selling drugs. Same thing as selling alcohol. They cut it to shit. You gotta spend $600 to get drunk. And it's like a waste of time and money. I used to hate going to the club. And I only went to make this chick happy I was with. I hated fucking clubs. Well, bars are alright. But clubs just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So, what do we have here?
I'm just filling up with water, man.
What? Your hole's filling up with water.
Yeah.
No
Damn it.
way. Would the pipe break?
I don't know, man.
I gotta see
Something ain't
this.
right. Something ain't right.
What does it look like?
It's
Yeah,
filling.
you could have hit the pipe or something bursted. I gotta see this.
God.
Next thing, Lonnie's gonna be swimming out of there in a
This is
minute.
bullshit, man.
That sucks, bro.
Where's the water? Why's the water coming out here, man? I don't.
Fucking
Where's
Jesus, what are you good for, Jesus? Lonnie needs your help.
I'm about ready to walk away from this, dude.
No, don't do that.
It's right
When
here.
it's all
Here's where
when it's all
coming
done,
out.
you'll be happy.
Right here, man. God, man.
That's my new superheroes, God, man. I used to say that a lot. I still do. God, man. That's my superhero, God, man. Dun, dun, dun. There's Method Man, Red Man, and God Man.
You know, I mean, I'm not a miracle worker, man. I don't know what to do here.
Let me see what it looks like. The water. Is it bad?
Hold on. Well, it's getting ready to get real bad. I mean, it's flowing.
It's gonna get muddy. You should have wore fucking boots.
Wait,
Like,
it's muddy. It's been muddy.
oh. Let me see this. Oh, that ain't that bad, but it could
Look at
get
it
worse.
flow.
Oh
It's
yeah, it's
flowing.
coming out of the
Look.
pipe.
Look.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely found the broken pipe.
Oh my God. You know what? It just. I'm a one man band that has met my match.
Well,
You know.
that's the worst part of the job, man, is this part. But when it's all said and done and everything's right, you get to say I did that. So don't give up.
Oh. Yeah, it was supposed to be done by noon, man. Again.
If she said, you said it'll be done by noon, you tell her.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's
not
not.
today. I didn't say today at noon. I said at noon. That could be next week, the week after.
The guy I work for.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't have that much, man. But you know, when you factor in all this mud and rain, I don't know what to do about this. It looks like I'm gonna have to expose this. You know what I mean? I don't know if I got a water line leak or what.
Yeah, it's definitely the pipe.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't near an ocean, so it can't
Yeah,
be that.
I can't. Yeah, I
And you
can't do
didn't
nothing.
dig deep enough to dig to water, you know?
Yeah,
So
I gotta
to
go down
dig to
that
water, you gotta go like, God, 50 feet. Probably less than that. 10 feet, 12 feet, you'll start probably hitting some wet ground.
All right, yeah. This is what I'm gonna do. Switching ends. You don't like it, then they can give anybody else to do it. I gotta expose this pipe. I gotta see where the water's coming from, dude. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I done been hit in the face enough today.
Look at this shit. Hold on, where is it?
Come on, baby.
See, this is where they got this wrong on this fucking picture. Where the guy is in the center is north. Everything else is south.
Oh, okay. That's it.
They fucked up and put north, east, west, south. It makes no sense here. Maybe on the ball, but
Yeah,
I
if
see
you're on a
what they're
ball.
doing, but still. What's south? What's north? I don't know. I guess this is I don't know, the center of your own universe. I guess maybe that'll work. But this is bullshit.
Yeah,
I
that's all.
took this picture because satellites are a crock of shit. GPS is always dying
They're
out.
launched in Sweden on balloons. You hear
Yeah,
me?
GPS is crock of shit.
Yeah, they're launched in Sweden on balloons. Or not Sweden?
Satelloons.
Is it Sweden? No, it's not Sweden. Uh, Switzerland. My bad. Yeah, they're launched in Switzerland. The N.Y.C. launched them. I'll expose this, man. Now, digging my hand.
Dig where you see the water coming from.
That's
So
what,
you gotta
that's
go
where I'm at.
inside.
That's where I'm at.
Maybe you gotta go inside and see.
I gotta get. He'll be here at noon. When he sees this ain't ready, he's gonna wonder why, and then he can make a.
Yeah. South Africa is a desert. I don't even know why they try to say South Africa is near Antarctica, because they're not. It's fucking desert in South Africa. These people are tripping.
Yeah. I gotta call my brother, dude.
All right.
I gotta tell him what's happening here. He can call the big man.
All right.
All right, I'll come back. Give me about 10 minutes. If probably less.
I like this picture right here. As above, so below. I like how they caught the reflection. Oh, I was wondering why they flipped it. What do we have here? That's a tarot card. I forgot which one. The Magician, I think. If I'm not mistaken, that's the Magician. That's George Washington. He was trying to pose naked for the ladies. That's Baphomet. And that's Baphomet's wife, Baphomet. Who's that chick's name? Madonna. Huh. Even Jesus does that. Jesus. Jesusio. Couple more pictures and I'm gonna end the live stream, I guess. Since no one's coming up. Fuck that shit. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. So you got a triangle, a square within the circle. I wonder why there's that ring of fire. It's interesting. I've never seen any ancient cosmology with the ring of fire like that. Here it is again. The Fool. This one has a globus cruciger at the center. And then it's got 7 lines. Then the 12 zodiacs, and then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines after that. I wonder why. I thought there was only 7 heavens, 7 hells. I mean, maybe it's whatever you want to make it. Let's see, where's this artwork? Let's see the chat. I'm trying to go back and forth. Candy, what's up? Phil could fix it, yeah. Peace, Bex, Christos, Candy. Yeah, Phil could fix it. Franklin Lodge versus the Oriental Lodge. Now, I was trying to, I actually did find the website I'm looking for to describe the ritual of baseball. Maybe I'm going to do a live on just that. I'm going to go over the website. I finally fucking found it. I found it yesterday, so I'll do that probably tomorrow. Because I'm an hour and a half into this live stream. I'm not gonna start doing all that. But that was a ticket to a Masonic baseball game. They said out of all the sports, baseball is an actual real ritual. You know, it said I was reading in one of the paragraphs, it says if you want to attend a real ritual, go to a baseball game. It's a lot of good Look, 33%. 6 plus 7 is what? 13 for the 67. And you got 13 for the years. And then you got 72. I don't know what 72. I gotta look at the gematria. When was this stupid thing posted? It had to be old. Oops. Huh. That's weird. 1863. 8 plus 1 is 9, and 6 plus 3 is 9. I don't know. I guess the goalpost is the 2 pillars. Anyway. Do, 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 do. Here's that Globus Cruciger again, but it don't have the cross on top. That's some barren land there. There's no land on that or nothing. I'm gonna read this. Hold on. It's a nice piece of artwork. It's like a male Medusa. I like it. Alright, let me get this. Read this. The enemies of Freemasonry, like Thomas Paine and others, pretend that they have found the origin of Masonic secrecy in the fact that the esoteric doctrines of the order were antagonistic to the prevailing opinions, and therefore could not safely be processed before the world. Hence, according to them, the retiring into silence and secrecy was simply an act of cowardice to escape the danger that might follow the open and honest promulgation of an unpopular doctrine. Some distinguished Masonic writers have also, strange as it may appear, professed the same theory. We must nevertheless pronounce it an exceedingly shallow and unphilosophical one. The obligation of secrecy does not owe its origin to any such cause. I think that says that origin must be found and can only be found in the intrinsic value and divine excellence of the principle of secrecy itself. Among the ancients, silence and secrecy were considered virtues of the highest order. The Egyptians worshipped, does that say hypocrites? Anyway, fuck this shit, man. Fuck, man. This fucking world's falling apart. Yup. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to my laptop, if you know what I mean. Goddamn hypocrites, man. We need to put these tyrannists in the grave or in a prison cell. I look at it, people want to annihilate these people, and I get it. I do too, but I think it'll do more damage to put them in a prison cell and let them rot away. I forgot what I was doing for a second. All right. If anyone wants to come up, I think I dropped the link, didn't I? Nope, I thought I did. Um, all right. Pull this video up. I guess I'll play this. No one's coming up. Simple Truth Television. On the DJ. Dominic said he would come. Interesting.
Hey, Charles. How goes it? Can you hear me? You're borging out, dude.
Please go on.
Okay, let me see. Do I sound okay?
Oh, I hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. And I can hear you too better. It sounds clear.
All right. I thought it was my headphones that conked out.
Well, I got
Good
headphones
to
on
see you
too,
come
so
up.
I was. Huh?
I said it's good to see you come up. I know you're always
Oh, well,
busy.
thanks. Yeah, I got to work in like 3 hours, but I thought, oh, I got a little bit of time. I'll go up there and chit chat with Charles a little bit. Yeah, did you see my comment? I talked to a guy that came. Okay, I work at a grocery store, and I had a guy come through my line the other day, and something was brought up about Freemasonry. And so I started telling him my opinion about it, right? And then he turns to me and says, that's all bullshit. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, I'm a 32nd degree Freemason, and we're not evil, and we don't worship the devil, and da 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 da. I just laughed at him.
Some don't. Some do. You should have said, wow, you're 32nd degrees. Oh, you're still frozen. he probably would have looked at you like, what? You know? Yeah, because
Yeah.
when you're 33 degrees, if you look at the thermometer, 33 degrees is above freezing, and that's what they say. When you become a 33-degree Mason, they give you a matchstick to light it, and it supposedly, you know, melts away the ice, and the light will guide you, and it's a lot of symbolism.
Yeah. My dad was a Freemason when I was a kid growing up, but I don't know what degree he got to. But I do know that he was a Mason. He had a ring, a Masonic ring, and I actually had it for a long time. After he passed away. Um, but yeah, when I was a kid growing up, I used to ask him, "Hey, can I go to the meetings with you?" He'd be like, "No, I can't take you," and I'd be like, "Why not?" And he goes, "'Cause it's a secret meeting for just adult men. No women or children are allowed."
Huh. As usual. Well, women have a lodge too. There's
Yeah, there's
women.
the what are they called? The
Eastern Star.
Yeah, Eastern Star. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Kimba, for that painting. It looks really good.
Oh
I seen the
yeah, she
video
did an
yesterday.
awesome job. Yeah, I watched that video. It's pretty neat, Charles.
Like anyone could take colors and throw them on a paper, but to make it look good, it takes an art or a skill. And I think Kimba has found another skill she's good at. You know,
Yep.
for $5-10 each. You know, if you don't want to overprice. But if you come across a rich person, you charge them 10 grand, because people buy paintings just like that and they sell for 50 grand, 100 grand. You know, and you're doing the same thing. I watch these rich people are kind of stupid, but they put videos on YouTube and they show, and then they say, "Well, I sell this for 5 or 10 grand," and I was like, all they did was take a brush and throw paint on the fucking thing, and I'm like, I could do that. 10 grand, shit.
Yeah, no doubt. For sure.
Yeah, I like Kimba's paintings. Plus, it's the art also. It's good for the mental too. It's not just about the painting. It also helps keep your mind busy. If you know, like me, I dwell on shit, and it's probably bad for my health because the stuff I dwell on is negative, and
Yeah.
it probably
Yeah.
does a toll on my health.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's why you can't always just dwell on the negative. You got to look to the positive side of things too, you know? I
Yeah, I
mean,
watched
I've had a
depression
lot of negative
destroy
in my
my
life.
mom.
I've had a lot of negative in my life too, Charles. I've lost many people in my life. I've had, you know part of my story about being homeless and all that. I'm grateful for those experiences because those experiences have made me who I am today. Everything that happens in our life, at the time that we're going through it, we don't realize it, but when we're not no longer in that situation and then we stop and turn around and look back at it and see where we are in comparison to where we were, we realize that that experience was preparing us for the moment that we're in now. You know, I watched alcohol take my dad away from me, but I can't
Yeah,
be
people.
angry at the
Alcohol is
alcohol
a
because that was
motherfucker, man.
him that was making those choices. Nobody forced that drink down his throat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he ultimately paid the price for it, and that was his choice, you know? Nobody to blame but himself.
I just want to say, people should watch the movies Bosco. That's a very good movie I watched yesterday. It just came out this year. Managed to upload it. It's a very good movie about a guy who escapes prison a couple times, and then they had him in the hole where they weren't feeding him; they're beating the shit out of him, and I could relate to what he went through. But yeah, they would beat him and leave him in the cell. Like the movie, it's a good movie. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, and then I watched The Irishman, which came out in 2019 with it was alright. It's a typical mafia movie. And then I watched Lights Out, which was interesting. It just came out this year.
What was it called?
Lights Out.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, Lights Out. Lights Out and Bosco were the two that came out this year. I downloaded them. I use what's it called? Something torrent. It's like a torrent file.
Oh yeah, uTorrent.
Yeah, uTorrent.
Yeah, I used to download torrent files years ago, back in like 2008 to like 2011 or something like that, you know.
People's, nothing safe downloading on the internet. Music, nothing. Nothing is safe. Pictures. So people say, oh, you shouldn't download from here. It don't matter where you're downloading. Anything could have a virus. Like, you could download an app and get screwed. So
Yep.
I just want to see what this video is about. Have you had a chance to watch any of this guy's videos?
What's this guy's name?
Was it you? Simple Truth TV.
Single.
Yeah, I think it was you who
Simple
asked me about
Truth.
him.
Yeah, I think I have went to his
Yeah.
page. I think I did subscribe, and I think I watched one of his videos, the one that you were showing the other day. But I
Yeah, he
don't think
just
I
put this
watched
one
any
out.
more of the other ones. Killers Caught.
I'm just interested to see what he lines up for this, because they're saying, isn't it crazy this year? All right, all of a sudden, Jam Master Jay's murderer is caught, right? All these years later, all of a sudden, Tupac's killer is so-called caught, right? And Biggie. It's like, come on. You mean to tell me it took 30 years to find? I mean, you could find a guy in the ground, Saddam, but you can't stop drugs from coming in our country, and you can't find these criminals.
Well, I mean, Tupac and all that, that was all ritual killings, you know?
Yeah, he does a good video on that.
It's all ritualistic. It's all murder by numbers. It's all for show.
Yeah, that's what he talks about. I'll let you guys pick the video. As a matter of fact, let me see what he's got in the arsenal. Come on, load up.
Isn't he also the guy that makes a lot of money off of the gematria bets and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does a good job. And for his Patreon, people can join his Patreon, and he gives, like, this one on Tim Wakefield just died, and the crazy part about it is Tim Wakefield's wife just died a couple of days ago of cancer, just like Tim Wakefield. The Ritual of Tim Wakefield, Dick Butkus. Look at Pee Wee Herman.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
But see, here's the thing. I just don't really give I don't have a TV, so I can't really give my effort and energy towards certain things, but, you know.
Come on, man. Load. Like, you gotta be kidding me. I just paid my bill.
I hate when that
The
crap
Ritual
happens.
Sacrifice of Eazy-E. I want to find a good one. Bobby Caldwell. Remembering John Candy. Let's go to that one. I like this. This is 1 year old, this video.
Oh, about John Candy? Okay.
Yeah, he's awesome. It's only 10 minutes long, this video.
Cool.
John Candy, man, young man, gone. What a funny
Oh, I
guy
love
he was,
John
man.
Candy, man. He always made me laugh, and he still makes me laugh to this day. When I watch all of his old movies, when I watch old movies with him.
All right, come on. Jesus, I could have ran to Jamaica and back. Oh my God.
Yeah, we could have went and picked up some of that good, some of that
Dang.
lamb's breath, man. Shit.
Let's see. It's saying it's not answering. Playing games. Here we go. All right. Okay, let's get it. Volume on.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is March 4th, 2000.
If anyone wants to check out Simple Truth TV's channel, I'll put the link in the description. And shout out to Simple Truth. Disturb.
Now, today marks the 29th year anniversary since the death of the actor / comedian John Candy, who died from a heart attack back in 1994. And according to Wikipedia, they said that he died while filming the movie Wagons East, a Wild West film that came out later that year. Yeah, 25 weeks after his death. And I just want to show you guys what a clear ritual that movie was in connection to his death. And this is what I was talking about yesterday when I covered the death of Tom Sizemore. I know I kept saying Sizemore, but my apologies. The name is Tom Sizemore, not Sizemore. But what I was saying yesterday in my video, in my live stream covering the death of Tom Sizemore, is how usually when these actors / celebrities pass away, their deaths are usually synced up with something that they did during their professional career. Yesterday, we spoke about how Tom Sizemore, he did the voiceover for this Grand Theft Auto character, Sonny Forelli, and we spoke about how they gave him the name that equals 61 because that was foreshadowing his death at 61. You know, yesterday Tom Sizemore passed away at the age of 61 from a brain aneurysm which also has gematria of 61. So, this video game, it came out in 2002, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and he did the voiceover for this character, Sonny Forelli. And again, they gave him that name because of the gematria of that name. It equaled 61 because that was going to be the age of his death. And we've seen this over and over again. Like, we see it. We see it all the time, but I just want to show you how they've been doing this. I mean, this guy died in 1994. This was 29 years ago. John Candy. I know a lot of you probably seen him in films. He's been in a lot of classic films. Actually, to be honest, I had no idea this guy was even dead. I was watching a film today, and then his name came up, and then I did a Google search to see what was up with him, and then I noticed that it was his death anniversary. I'm like, what are the odds? I look up the guy's information on his death anniversary. I'm telling you the way the world works. But this was the headline that broke on March 5th, 1994, the 64th day of the year. We know kills 64. It says John Candy, comedic film star, is dead of a heart attack at 43. So, they broke the news of his death on March 5th, right, the following day, but he actually died on the 4th, on March 4th, and he died at 43. March 4th, the day can also be written 4/3, like 43. We know the word killing is 43, like Masonic. But, they're saying that the cause was a heart attack, and according to the people that worked around him, they said that he used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. They said that he used to smoke at least a pack a day, and they're trying to blame his death on his cigarette habit, which is not the case. This man was murdered in connection to this film. And if you read more into his death, Wikipedia says that he died while filming this film right here, Wagons East, a Wild West film. And
so, are you seeing the upside of people getting it?
notice this, right? So look. So the guy was born on Halloween 1950, right? And from his last birthday, which was October 31st, 1993, to his death on March 4th, 1994, he died 124 days after his birthday. And notice the name of that film, Wagons East, is 124 and 34. Right? He died 124 days after his birthday on 3/4. Stuff like this is what proves that not only are these celebrities are dying in connection to the projects that they're working on or worked as, but it also shows that they're not really dying from no heart attack. Even if he did die from a heart attack, that heart attack was provoked. It wasn't because of his cigarette habit like they're trying to portray in the news. But again, he died 124 days after his birthday on 3/4, and the director of that film was a man named Peter Markle. Peter Markle. His name is also 124. That was the person that directed the film Wagons East. But let me see. So actually, let's just visit the Wikipedia because I like what the Wikipedia wrote about him. They did a really good job explaining his death, his apparent death. So let's go here. Here it is. A little short paragraph. It says Candy died on March 4th, 1994 while filming Wagons East. A spokeswoman said that his cause of death was a heart attack in his sleep. He was 43 years old. In addition to his obesity, he tended to binge eat in response to professional struggles and weighed in excess of 300 pounds at some points in his life. Candy had a number of risk factors for heart attack, including a strong family history. His father had died prematurely of a heart attack, although his children say he was unaware of his genetic risk. Smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, obesity, heavy alcohol usage, and use of cocaine. Supposedly that's why he died 124 days after his birthday on 3/4 while filming Wagons East. Candy was concerned about his weight. He lost 100 pounds over the summer while preparing for the new film role with Steve Martin. He frequently dieted and exercised with trainers because of his family's history. Bullshit. But let me just take a look at Steve Martin, something that I was not aware of. So August 14th. August 14th, 1993. 3/4/1994. I was about to say 201 days or 202 days. Skull and Bones is 202. Oh, there it is. He died 163 days before Steve Martin's birthday, the 38th prime number. Death, murder, killing, RIP is all 38. But yeah, so that's a brief background into this death, right? So he supposedly went to sleep. They're saying that it had a lot to do with his generic background. Saying his father died from a heart attack. They blamed it on his cigarettes, on his cocaine usage, on his alcohol. Everything except what really happened to this man. And how he was another ritual by the numbers, by the Jesuit order. And keep in mind, he died on his wife's 187th day of her age. But yeah, this is all bullshit. This is bullshit reporting. This man was filming a movie called Wagons East and then ends up dying in connection to the film. And notice what else is 34. Wild West. I mean, that was a Wild West film. And we know Murder is 34. And Wagons East is 34. Dead on 3/4. Bullshit reporting. These people are being murdered. And it's usually in connection to the stuff that they're working on. Or worked as. You know what I found interesting? You see how up here it says that it has this quote that says, they came, they saw, they changed their minds. I mean, this could be coincidental, but if you type in this entire phrase on the calculator, it has gematria of 175. And this film, it came out 175 days after his death. Right, it came out on August 26, 1994. So from 3/4/1994 to the release of this film is 175 days. And they put this phrase up on the top of the film cover, which has gematria of 175. And 175 days is also 25 weeks. And we know death and RIP are both 25. So we know that's not a coincidence. The fact that the movie came out 25 weeks after his birthday, but I don't know, this could be coincidental. But maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, what are the odds, man? Dies on 3/4. So I just want to, show you guys this another example of how they're killing people in connection to the works that they are remembered for. Unlucky for this guy. He's 43 years old, very young. I guess his numbers was up, right? So
Yeah, Charles, that's pretty wild.
I have to check that out, Matthew. I'm interested in this gematria.
I understand the gematria, but at the same time, I don't get it because it's so complicated.
So many ciphers. Yeah.
Exactly. It's so complicated. It's so it's like a spider web, and it's like, I'm sorry, but are they using a computer to pick these dates out or something and to pick out these people? Or these people, I know a lot of Hollywood actors and actresses are born into it. Just like in the leadership roles in government. Most of those people are born into it. They're born to play that role. It just seems like it's so. I just don't see how they could get it down to the degree they get it down to, where everything just matches, and
I
it
think
just
it's
blows me away.
I think they do it ahead of time. That's how everything lines up. Like I even think these names, a lot of these actors' names are picked for them. I like Trump and all. I don't even think these are the real names. Like, come to find out, the president there, Obama, that's not even his real name. That's his
Right.
acting name.
Yes, just like Tony Curtis. There's an old actor, Tony Curtis. Do you know him?
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Well, his actual name was like something completely different. I mean, and you could tell that it was like a German name, I guess, and or a Jewish name, last name, and so they would change all their names to be more Americanized. That's just one example, Tony Curtis, but that I could think of off the top of my head, but I can't remember his actual name. I'd have to look it up on the web.
Because a lot of like, I know one cipher is like A is 1, B is 2, and then the reverse cipher would be Z is 1, Y is 2, and so forth. They flip it.
Yeah,
Then you
it's called
got
reverse. You've got your reverse reduction, you've got your actual straightforward, then you've got your reverse, and then you've got all sorts of other ways.
your English, your Hebrew, like
Hmm.
there's so many different. It's like trying to figure this out in these ciphers, and then he does from the birth date to the time he died, or he'll do like from the time of this movie came out to the day he died was 63 days, and he does a good job. Simple truth. That's why out of all the, I used to watch what's his name there. It was, I was into the Mask. Like, what was the dude's name? I Expose the, as a matter of fact, I Expose the MCs has not put a fucking video out in a long time, come to think of it. I wonder if everything's good with him. But there's another guy named what the hell was his name? I stopped watching him a while ago. Shit. He did the Hollyweird videos and about masks. His name was he has this girl that does it too. Forgot his name. He's gonna fire me up.
It's another YouTuber.
Conscious Xer. I think his name is Conscious Xer.
Well, I found the name on Tony Curtis. His original name, Tony Curtis's original name, he was born Bernard Schwartz.
Huh. Yeah,
And he was born in 1925 and didn't die until 2010.
Yeah, Conscious X, and then he had his girl there did videos on them wearing masks, and then Simple Truth was the first one I watched on that, and then Gematria got introduced. And I heard about Zach, but I never looked into him. I'd always stuck with, because
Zachary K. Hubbard, Gematria Sports and News Effect. Yeah, I used to watch him too, but then I don't know. I just couldn't get over his ego, so I just turned him off.
Gematria too, but he isn't as good and thorough as Simple Truth. And the other watcher I watch is Deion Sanders. He does a good job too. So those are
I've
the
heard of
two.
him, but
Go
I
check
don't know if
Matthew
I've
out.
actually watched him.
Matthew in the chat says he does stuff on numbers too. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
check it
I'm
out.
sub to Matthew. I watched a few of his things. He's got some good info.
I'm gonna switch back over to my phone.
Okay.
Shit. All right. Cool. There's only one person in the chat.
Oh, is it
So
Matthew?
that means somebody else went live. And Dominic was like, "Oh, I'll come up when I get back." Unless he went on a 6-hour walk. But that's cool. Let me see. What do I got for these pictures? I had so many more pictures. I just figure people get sick of them. I had some good artwork.
Back when I had my laptop, I got my laptop, my computer May of '08, and I basically had it until 2013. Shoot, I had so many pictures on that thing, and I still have them. They're all on a flash drive, but I currently don't have internet access other than through my phone, and I'm not going to pay for it. I can barely afford to pay what I'm paying. So, and I do have a computer that I bought like in 21 or 22, but I rarely use it.
Trying to find this one that said baseball and it had BAAL.
Yes, I've seen that when he
I
was
don't
talking.
know what picture it was. Because that's what a baseball field is.
Yep. What's really strange is I grew up playing softball and baseball, or softball and soccer. But I started out with softball. And when I was a kid growing up, my dad, he used to watch sports. And that's another thing is you might be onto something as far as like the Masons and gematria and gambling because my dad was a gambler. He gambled on anything you could gamble on. And he was a Mason. And he might have known about the gematria.
There it is. There's the Masonic grip. And you see Trump. I just played the video earlier. Trump and all these people do that Masonic grip. If you look closely, you'll see it everywhere.
If they're in the public eye like they are, it's all for show. This is a pony and this is bread and circuses. Sorry, I had to mute my mic. I had a coughing fit, but yeah, it's all for bread and circuses. It's all for show. It's all to keep the masses entertained because if the masses are entertained, then we won't revolt. And that's what it's for. And it's like, people are hypnotized. Even though there's a lot of people out there that do know what's going on or have a little bit more of an understanding than some people, but even like me, I'm awake. I'm aware. I know what's going on. So there's lots of people out there like me, like you. Why aren't we coming together and doing something about it? I mean, I had
That's what
somebody
I
make.
want to do.
I mean, I had a comment made to me today that
Been
said
trying to get people to come together for that, but
that we
I don't
are in
know,
charge of the
Keenan.
government, and
A
I'm
lot of
like, yeah,
people
we are supposed to
be
be
having
in charge.
excuses.
They work for us, and so anytime
No,
that we, the people, see that they aren't doing their duties the way they're supposed to be, then it's up to us to take them out of
I dropped the
office.
headphones.
But people just became complacent and didn't uphold to their duties as a citizen to keep these leaders in check.
Yeah, that's the only way it's gonna get done is if we come together and do it our damn self. People keep depending on the police and the politicians who've been fooling us, lying to us, and robbing us for centuries. When
But
the
here's
fuck are
the
people
thing.
gonna realize?
But here's the thing, Charles. People really don't need to be governed because government is basically just mind control. People can govern themselves. And then people say, well, what about all those bad people out there, all the criminals, da 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 da? Well, there are laws in place.
Yeah.
Anarchists aren't rule breakers. Anarchists just don't need rulers. Like me, I don't go out and break the law. I don't go out and steal. I don't go out and murder. I don't go out and rape. I don't go out and do any of these things. Why? Because I'm a decent human being. I know I know the difference between right and wrong. And I don't need a leader to tell me what is right or what is wrong. People need to learn to take personal responsibility for their words, their actions. But that's the problem. Most people don't want to take responsibility for their words and actions. They need some sort of scapegoat. And
Yep.
usually that scapegoat is God or the devil.
This is the end of the movie right here. It says in 2020, right before the filming of this movie, this is from the movie Bosco, after serving 16 years for a marijuana crime, Quante Adams fired his attorney, argued his own case, and now walks freely amongst us. Now, I screenshotted this to talk about how corrupt the system is. You mean to tell me this gentleman did 16 fucking years in prison for marijuana, but chomos will get less than a year or two?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That pisses me off when I see shit like that. 16 years for marijuana. And who cares if he had escape charges? You still don't. You only get 4 years added on for that. Mind blowing.
Oh, yeah, there's all sorts of people sitting in our prison systems that aren't meant to be there. You know, I've been watching a lot of these, like, here in the last week or so, I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube from 48 Hours about crimes, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's this other guy that I watch called Kyle Hates Hiking, and he gives a lot of hiking stories about hikers that, like, disappeared in the mountains and things like that. Sometimes their bodies have been recovered. Some people haven't ever been found, you know, but they've never reappeared anywhere. So it's just, natural to say they're dead somewhere, you know. But yeah, so I watch all these shows, and lawyers are basically paid to lie. Even if they know their client is guilty, they're still going to lie through their teeth to try to save their client. And it's all because of money.
Hey, I can't lie. If I did a crime, I sure would hope a lawyer would be on my side. I look at it like this: the system is so corrupt. They have no business judging somebody. They need to be judged their goddamn self.
Oh, I agree. There are a lot of people out in our system today, prison system, that are innocent, like I said, you know? And then there's a lot of people out there walking our streets that are guilty as hell that need to be behind bars. But
Like a
most
lot
of
of
the
these
criminals,
judges do.
oh yeah,
Some
most of the criminals, almost all the criminals are in office, you know? I mean, they're all criminals. They get away with it. They're in their own, it's, you know, it's a big club and we ain't in it, you know? And I don't want to be in it.
I was just about to say that. Huh.
I don't want to be in it.
The only thing I want is their house. Not even, actually. I take that back. Because what would I do with the fucking mansion? You know, you can only be in one room at a time.
Yeah, see, like me, the apartment I live in is too big for me. I basically live in my bedroom. My bathroom and my kitchen's all I really need. I don't even really utilize my living room or dining room, you know? So I'm basically paying $650 a month to live in a big storage box that has the ability, has, you know, the facilities for me to cook food and take a shower. It's a lot cheaper than a hotel room though. And I have more, and I have a kitchen here, you know? I don't even know what my point was, but
Dr. Savage 84. I'm gonna have to check him out. What was that one of my favorite comedians? I always forget his name. The white guy there. He's dead now.
was he in any movies?
No, but he's always talking about the government.
Oh, George Carlin?
Yes, he was talking about houses and how we we all we all rent a house or an apartment just to put our stuff in. And he was
Yeah.
going on about that. It made me laugh, man. He's so right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I will say this, you know, when I was homeless at the time, there was a lot of suffering at the time that I was in it. But at the same time, there were a lot of good times too, you know. Suffering is only a mental construct. If you feel like you're suffering, it's because you're suffering mentally. And then it's being projected outwardly. So basically, our internal condition is projected into our outward personal reality. So if we're suffering mentally inside, somehow, some way that's going to be projected on our outside of us. Everything we go through is all a mental construct, really. It's all in our minds, you know? But through suffering is where the lessons are learned, you know? I mean, there's a reason for everything. We live in a dualistic world. You can't have sweet without sour. You can't have love without hate, you know? So those are just opposite ends of the spectrum. And for me
One can't
personally,
exist without the other.
exactly. So
Like
for me
hot and
personally, it's
cold couldn't
about
exist.
balance.
Because if cold only exists, dude, what's cold? You know, light can't
Exactly.
exist without dark. You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
vice versa.
So, I think
Ow.
our jobs as humans are to just work on
Slave.
ourselves, because if we work on ourselves and are the best version of ourselves that we feel like we can be, that's going to project outwardly. That's going to make our light shine brighter, and then we're going to be able to touch so many others. And just by that alone, they're going to change. And then it's like a domino effect. But sometimes it takes a long time for that to happen.
That's the sucky part.
But see, at the same time, I don't really think Earth is ever going to get to that place of a Garden of Eden-esque, a Garden of Eden type place. Then again, I could be wrong, but I see Earth as it's always going to be the school for the soul, regardless of what year you come in or what year you don't. I believe I've lived past lives before. I don't have any confirmation of that. I've never been hypnotized to do any past life recalling or anything, but something in my soul just tells me I've lived here before and that I've lived as a man and a woman and a mother and a child and a father and you know what I mean? That I've played all the roles somehow, some way. And that most of the people I'm connected to within my immediate ties, family, etc., I've lived lives with them in my past, that we're all connected somehow, some way. And that we all just decide to come back and play reverse roles,
Oh man, this sucks.
But there's all sorts of beliefs out there, Doesn't make any of them right or wrong. It's just whatever,
I don't know if you've seen these videos. This one. This is what I mean about Trumper. This guy did a good job of putting this together. Masonic grip. He's touching her knuckle. Just like that one. The thumb is supposed to hit the knuckle or something like that, I think it is. Yeah. Or and then this one, Candy.
Okay, so some people are talking about this video. This guy pointed a green laser at the moon. And what's interesting is it appears like it actually made it to the moon. So some people are asking, how is this possible? After all, the moon is apparently over 238,000 miles away from.
Yeah, it's possible because the moon isn't as far as they're saying.
Oh yeah, exactly. I don't know what to think about it all, but I definitely don't believe the story we've been told.
That's because Mark Trump could be played by that actress lady. I forgot who she used to play Trump and make fun of him, but I forgot her name, man. Trump don't like her. Shit, what's her name? Her and Trump had like a problem with each other. I think she was an actress, the lady who played Trump, or not played Trump, but I think it's either her playing Trump or it's Charlie Sheen's pops playing Trump.
Oh, it's definitely not Martin Sheen, man. Martin Sheen's too short to play Trump. Trump's like
They could,
6'4".
yeah,
Martin
they
Sheen's
they could
like
put
5'2" or something.
lifts. They could put lifts in the shoes.
No. I mean, I don't understand why they would need multiple. They would need one person to play multiple people. They have enough people in their club. They don't need that. Now, I can see where they utilize masks in certain situations and things like that, but
I don't think Trump is the original Trump. That's just my opinion.
well, I'm honestly
There's
gonna say I've never liked
different
Trump
ways.
ever, even when he first had his first show out called The Apprentice. You're fired. I just always thought he was an a-hole, you know. I never seen what people was why they were so fascinated by him, but it's probably just because he has that charisma, you know.
Yeah, let me see if I still have that video. Damn. It's so perfect to show these masks, how thin they are, and how you could be an Asian woman and you could play
Yeah,
a black woman and you'll never know.
or a white man or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty
Let me
wild.
see if I have this video. Look, fucking hiccups. Go away, hiccups. Could have sworn I saved
Like
it.
they were trying to say Kevin Kline was the one that was playing Bill Gates' wife, you know.
Huh.
I could see it. I could see it if you was to, just look at her
What
face
a
and compare the faces.
oh, or who's the guy who died from his fixation? That actor. Oh man, he played in Miss Doubtfire.
Oh, Robin Williams.
Yeah, he plays Gates' wife too. I got a picture of her and him next to each other, and I mean, man, there could be many people that play these different roles, and why? I don't know why, but you
Yeah, I
know,
don't either, and I don't understand it, but I just don't pay that much attention to it anymore. I mean, it's really strange, you know. I used to really get into TV, and I used to know all sorts of information about all these actors and actresses because I guess, in a sense, idolized them.
I got it. I found it. I found it.
But I don't idolize them anymore.
Fuck them. That's what I say. What do they do? That's anything positive. These Holly. Once they get their money, they get what they want. It's fuck everyone. That's how most people are when they get rich. This is the video right here.
Okay.
Celebrity skin suits. So you think, oh, that's Emma Watson. Yeah, I know what she looks like. That's just... No. It's actually Sofia Vergara. A lot of people on the internet think that Tyler Perry is just Will Smith in a skin suit. If you look closely at Tyler Perry's eyes, you can see that it almost seems like there's a suit resting on the natural folds of his eyes, and that's not how a normal eye would look.
We were so happy to have that. It's very sentimental for me, and we do a lot of shooting down here.
People often accuse Joe Biden of wearing a skin suit as he looks different
Yo,
before and after.
that
The theory
does
goes that
sound
some
like
celebrities
Will.
will just wear these to keep themselves safe, protected, and in disguise, while others would wear them to become multiple celebrities at once. Michael Jackson was known to wear them in videos. Before I say the craziest part about all this, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of your favorite celebrities and requests you want to see next. The craziest part is that people think Michael Jackson has faked his death and is living out his life as a man named Dave.
To his Encino house. I think I was in
Dave is dead too. But I had this other video. I thought this was the one where an Asian lady had on the mask, and I thought it was a black woman. When she took it off, I said, "Holy shit!" So then,
Oh, I know. I've seen videos too, and I'm just like, what? I've seen the one that you just showed. I've seen it not by that creator, but I've seen that video with Emma Watson, the one with Emma Watson. Oh my God.
Um,
And Joe
that
Biden, the one with Joe Biden too. I've seen
it
multiple
changed
pictures.
my perspective.
I've seen multiple pictures and videos of the mask showing or something being pointed out, like the eyes, the inlet of the eyes, and the voice. You know, oh my gosh, it did sound like Will Smith.
It did. I think they do that because my theory is, hold on. All right, my theory is rappers, actors, anyone in entertainment, comedy. I give you a career 10 to 15 years, and even if you're super popular, like 20 years the most. If you're 20 something years old, and then you're in your 40s and your career is dwindling away, or a lot of these rappers, I've never seen so many rappers die in my life. You know, well, how are all these rappers dying? You get this money, you're not protected. Um, they're either creating fake characters because these record labels will have you create a what is it called when you die
A
there?
persona?
A life insurance.
Oh yeah, life insurance. Yeah.
And they're collecting off of that. When it comes to the rappers, these record labels could be scamming with life insurance, have rappers play different roles, or they could owe the record label money, and the record label's like, look, you can pay us back by playing this role. You know, they get stuck in these contracts, they have no choice, but sometimes it's like that's the mafia you're dealing with in these record labels and in the politics. It's all mafia.
Oh, it is all mafia. Everything is mafia. Just like Bibi Netanyahu. He's the head chief of the Khazarian mafia, but yet all these people love him because they think he's this, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, this in the politics too. People really think the president and all them had all this power, and they're just puppets, regular actors.
Yeah.
Even that commercial with football, they admit they're actors. They're not football players, they're fucking actors.
Yep. Yeah. Just like me, I'm
We've
54,
been
almost
duped.
55 years old, and, you know, people my age, I mean, I realized a long time ago that the wool was pulled over my eyes, but now, all these years later, I'm just now realizing how far the wool had been pulled over my eyes.
Right. We got fucking duped from many angles. And
But
I'm
there's
starting
nothing
to
I can
think
do
it's
about it other
distraction.
than, yeah, and there's nothing I can do about what I allowed my mind to be programmed with back then, but there's a lot I can do about it now, which is I don't allow my mind to continue to be programmed. That I try to research everything, I question everything, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to take somebody's word for it just because anymore. And that is ultimately coming down to taking personal responsibility, you know?
Did you see this video? You can unmute it when it mutes you. You know, when I play the video. This right here. I think this is in the movie Anon, A-N-O-N, and
Yeah,
the
you
guy
showed.
looked up, and the firmament is literally a fucking computer screen. I always wondered, like, sometimes when I look up at the stars remind me of like a hologram or some sort of projection. Maybe the stars are just a projection and we're being duped. You know, it could be from the North Pole. You ever have that? See the children have that thing they put in the center of the room, and it projects the stars onto their ceiling, and it spins just like
Yeah.
the stars on the firmament.
Right.
That's what that could be. And the giant one at the North Pole, a huge one, and they could be projecting these stars to light up the sky at night.
It could
Who
be.
knows, man?
It could be.
Who knows?
But the fact of the matter is, how are we going to prove it?
That's true. This is my theory. My theory.
Exactly. And all these people out here, 7 billion plus people on the planet now have all their theories, and try to get
I like
people
to
to do.
hear them, though.
And, I like to too, I try not to get too delved into things of that nature, but it does make me think because, okay, you got to think about it. They say our internal is projected onto our external, okay? I've had people say that we are the universe. Because basically when we look outside of our eyes are what we're actually seeing is actually reversed from the truth of what it is.
I don't know. Maybe.
So maybe we are the projector, and everything that we're seeing on the outside of us is actually on the inside of our body. But yet we don't know that because we're a human. And
Or
this is
because
our
we were
HR.
taught wrong, that's why.
Yeah.
Like, people, this video right here. Now, this is for all the people that say free energy don't exist. Well, what the fuck is this thing doing? Perfect. That ain't Photoshop.
Exactly, Carl. What I said the other day is electricity isn't homes. Electricity is around us. It's in the air. It's in the energy. It's
everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. When lightning strikes, lightning doesn't come from the sky to the ground. It's actually going from the ground up into the sky.
Huh. Yeah. It's like the flood. I think the flood came from the abyss, not the other way around.
The water came from underneath the earth, inside the earth. We talk about these tunnels and things like that. I've watched videos that basically give you the idea that we came from underneath the earth as we evolved. And there are still creatures, humanoid type people that live under the earth. And that there's supposedly this paradise inside the earth. And that's where all the dinosaurs and stuff were. But some of those humanoids made their way to the surface, what we are in now. And we eventually evolved into what we are now. I've seen all sorts of different types of perspectives on things. Makes you stop and think there. Did I lose you? Oh, there you go.
No, I'm here. I was just cleaning my book. It had ice cream spilled on it. I'm just trying to clean it off. My Manly P. Hall book I bought. Yeah, I spilled ice cream on it.
I'm an ice cream addict too, unfortunately. I try to limit myself.
I love ice cream. I can't help it. And cheese, probably the two worst things for the body.
Yeah, dairy, it causes a lot of mucus in the body. But
I
I
gotta
have.
jump off of here at 3 hours. But we got
Okay,
time.
that's cool.
We got like another 12.
Yeah, that's
What
cool.
time do you have to go to work?
I gotta be there. It's 11:38 my time. I gotta be there at 1:30. So by the time I get off of here, it'll be just a few minutes before noon. That gives me plenty of time. I can still sit on my ass for another hour if I want. My job's only like 5 minutes down the road from me.
Somebody got me hard in the comments. They were asking me for my Cash App, right? Which I should have known off the bat that I was being bamboozled, because if anyone was smart, they would look in the description where all my information always is. You know, there's been people that have donated to my channel I've never even heard of. Don't even know who these people are in the past. They managed to find it. But anyway, I get some funny comments sometimes. People be trolling heavy. There's always somebody trolling.
Oh yeah.
I have a feeling I know who that was.
That's probably one reason why I choose not to do lives. That's probably another reason why I choose not to go on a lot of panels.
It's a headache. And then you could end up bringing that stuff back to your channel, because, you know, people follow you that troll.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
forget it. That's why I just stay in my own lane.
Okay, get this, dude. Okay, my last video I made was called Transformation. And it basically was a video of me in my sports bra and my leggings showing my body and talking about me losing weight. And I basically made the video for myself just so I could do my before and after, you know?
People were saying stuff, negative shit, of course.
No, I've had no negative comments, but what's funny is I've had over 2,000 views on that video. Well, none of my other videos even have 100 views. But this one video all of a sudden has 2,000 views. It makes me think, okay, why does this video have over 2,000 views? Is it because I'm simply standing there in my freaking bra?
Huh. Perverts, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it's weird.
just like
Strange.
my video, I put a monkey wielding a knife around and put some music to it. It gets over almost 12,000 views. I put a video about chemtrails, and all I get is that caption that comes up. And it gets no views. Any other good video I make that can enlighten someone, I get no views, but I put a stupid video up and they let it accumulate all these views, because it's not opening eyes, it's just entertainment.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Life.
What do you think of my avatar there, Charles? That monkey looking at that banana with a bud of weed in there.
Oh, I was just looking at the banana. I said, is that weed? That
Yep.
banana. I mean, that banana. That monkey is happy, boy. I would be too, man. If I open a banana and there's a big bud of weed.
Hell yeah, I'd have that same expression and then I'd be looking for my fucking pipe. I'd be
Yeah,
getting
I
my
got some of this. I'll show you. I keep it in my, hold this bud out. just to show.
Oh yeah.
The lighting sucks. See if I could get some light.
Oh yeah. That's a nice node. Oh yeah.
Put it on. Smells so strong. There we go.
So what's the situation with marijuana up there? Is it
It's
medically?
legal.
Is
Yeah.
it medically or recreational?
Yeah. I remember when the license first came out, my roommate was off. My roommate was for it. I wasn't. I said, I'm not paying them money. They put me in prison, in jail, probation. I had to suffer. I had a lot of charges for marijuana.
Right.
And I'm like, plus other dumb shit. But mostly marijuana. And I ruined my record for marijuana. Now you want me to pay the same people that put me in, I gotta pay them to smoke weed? No way.
Fuck them.
I made it this far for smoking.
Yeah. Well, I did go up to Colorado in 2012, and I did get my medical marijuana card there. It was called the Red Card in the state of Colorado. I had it
Colorado's good.
until
You could
2013.
grow it.
And then they went recreational in 2014, but by the time Colorado went recreational, I wasn't there anymore. And then
Yeah,
the
I don't
next
think you can grow it here though. Like Colorado, you can grow it. I don't think you could do that here in Connecticut. I might be wrong, but you can smoke it. You can carry it around less than 2 ounces if you got your card.
okay,
Like,
so it's
I don't
medically.
walk around with 2 ounces. You know, like I ain't worried about it. And cops don't care about weed. They want guns and fentanyl.
I would hope so.
Nah, leave the guns alone.
I mean, I would hope
Fentanyl,
they would
I can
want
see.
fentanyl. I would hope they'd want fentanyl because that's a killer.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see what they did in New York? A Metro North Transit train guy got hit with a bottle. So they called in thousands of fucking National Guard to put checkpoints on the train system to search everyone's bags, looking for bombs and guns because the guy got hit with a bottle, right? All because he got hit with a bottle. That's their excuse to go and step on people's rights.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
they'll
this
use any
government,
excuse.
man.
And the sheep are too stupid to question anything, so they just say, okay.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. When you know, Black Lives Matter protests and all that, but when are we going to come together and protest when our rights are being taken? When are we going to come together, man? That's my
We
biggest
won't. They
pet
have us
peeve.
so divided, Charles, even within our own communities. Even
Yeah,
within the
I'll never stop saying it,
there's
though.
division.
All it's got to do is get through to the right person.
But here's the thing. Even people was to come together and take out this regime, the next people that step into it, they're going to grow to be just as corrupt, and you know what I mean?
Maybe. We haven't tried it yet. We
Yeah,
gotta
that's
stop. Even I do that sometimes too. Like, you know, I could see if we tried and then it happened again. Well, no, all right, well, I guess. But I know what you're saying.
that's why I see
Corruption's already in everyone's mind.
Yes.
That's the problem. So we got to raise a new generation. You know, like they used the children and they brainwashed them and lied to them and they raised them that way to create a system. So it always starts with the children because it's like getting a dog as a puppy. You could raise that dog to be a killer, or You could raise that dog to protect you and your family and love you. Either whatever road you want to take that dog down, it's up to you. It's the same thing with children, man. It's how you raise them. It's all up to the parents.
Yes, it is. So like my daughter, some of the things that she does with my grandchildren are the same things that I did with her. And then there's some things that she does that are a little different than the way I raised her. But that's okay.
Maybe that bottle identified as a. Yeah, it probably did, Mark. He thought a bomb went off when his head exploded.
Yeah.
From that bottle hitting him. New York's so close to me. That's the type of shit I worry about. Like, New York is so communist. That's what N.Y.C stands for. New York communism, not New York City. And people blindly back these communist fucks. It's good to see in New York City, though, a lot of people from the boroughs recording the police, because they're the most tyrannical police department in the U.S. is New York City. They're all a gang. They're all tyrants. They don't give a. They don't even know the Constitution. Most of them are immigrants hired to be police. You got police that are African that barely know English. You got the same thing with Asian police, and a lot of them are immigrants. They'll hire anyone, New York police, anyone, just to put another body with a gun. That's what it seems like. Like, these are layaway officers. They'll hire anyone, man. It's sad. Their IQs are fucking. Their IQ is bad. They have no common sense. They're all like. If you watch the movie, what was that fucking movie I watched? Was it? Oh, hold on. Let me see. I got it written down. The movie Equilibrium. The person that runs the whole city or continent or world, they all got to inject this liquid into their neck, which it creates them to not have any feelings. They don't feel anything. When they kill, they don't feel nothing. No remorse, no pain. You don't feel anything, and you have to inject it. And it's like computers are everywhere, and they'll know. It's crazy. Mirrors are illegal in this movie. You gotta check it out. It's called Equilibrium. It's a crazy movie.
You said mirrors are illegal?
Yeah, mirrors. You can't look in the mirror, so people don't know how they look. Yeah, it's illegal in that movie. What else? Some crazy shit, man. They all dress the same. Like, and they don't feel nothing because they're just numb. And they follow orders too. Like robots. They're all like robots. They're all from that drug they're putting in their neck or whatever. That's how they inject it. And Equilibrium's a pretty old movie, but
I'll look it up.
yeah, it reminds me of the German days. You know how they say the Germans were? That's what it kind of reminds me of them, taking after the Germans. But yeah, let me get ready to jump out of here.
Yeah, dude. You say you're going to be going live again tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing it
on? I think tomorrow I'm going to I was gonna do it today, but I said, I'll save it for tomorrow. I found a couple websites what I was looking for about baseball ritual.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to go over it and show people. And I also found, damn, what's the guy's name? I think his name's Robert Sphere.
Robert who? Did I lose you, Chuck? Robert Sepper. Sepper, is
I'm in
that
the
it?
chat. Robert.
Robert Sepper?
Yeah. It's spelled S-E-P. E. Hey.
Hey,
The fuck?
Alkie.
S-E-P.
H.
H-R.
Yeah, I've seen him. I think I'm actually subbed to him. He's pretty good dude. He brings up a lot of stuff.
I put his name backwards, but yeah, that's his name. I might play this one video that he had put out, and I was watching it yesterday. I said, man, people would love this. But
What time you
yeah, I'm
thinking about
school
going
for
on?
baseball.
What time you thinking about going on in the morning?
Maybe 9 o'clock, same time as today, or at 9:20, or something like between 9 and
Is that your
yeah,
time or
Eastern
my
time.
time? Eastern time, okay. Because I'm an hour behind you.
Yeah, probably around 9 o'clock.
Okay, well, I'll try to make sure I'm up early enough to
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
check it out and all that, you know. I don't have to be at work
Who?
till tomorrow, so.
Does who still upload Alchemos 83?
What'd she say? Or what?
Alchemo said, does he still upload newer things? I know Matthew just is gonna go live. I just hit the notify button. Oh, Robert Seffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just uploaded something today.
Yeah,
I
he
gotta
uploads stuff. I like that guy, dude.
he's
Go
all
ahead.
right.
Yeah. I just like people that present things that make you think.
He's a Jewish guy, I think.
Yeah.
I remember him talking about. I don't. It don't matter. There's good and bad people everywhere. To me,
Exactly.
when people say I'm Polish, those are names they gave us. What's German, right? What the
Exactly.
fuck is that?
It's just a label.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm just me.
Exactly.
At the beginning and end of the day. But let me say peace to Mark Basket, Alchemos 83, Flat Earth Nation, Voy, Matthew, Kimba, Bex, of course, Candy, Christos, Smoking a
Lonnie.
G Sharp,
Lonnie out there working hard.
Faceplant, Photo Forensics, Maggot, Dom, In the Groove, Mesa Melt, Jen.
Did you already say Christos? I think Christos came in too.
Yeah. I forget anyone? Oh, and Lonnie. Can't forget Lonnie.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Lonnie. He was hardworking. He's hardworking.
Yeah. He's probably like fucking blew up a raft. It's probably flooding his holy dug.
Well, he's in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 12 o'clock in Chicago, and that's what time he says his boss is supposed to arrive. So he's probably
Yeah, I'm
doing.
gonna call him. I'm gonna call him to see how it's going. Cause yeah, he found the broken pipe all right. He's gonna be in for a surprise if you don't hurry up and dig that. He must have. He could have hit the pipe with the shovel like a ding dong and broke it more. That would suck.
All right, Charles. You have a blessed day, dude. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Candy. Thank you. Damn. Fucking all this marijuana smoke. But yeah, peace to everyone. Appreciate you all. Have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever the heck you are. And like I said, I appreciate you all, and I will check you out tomorrow. Peace.